Hey everyone. So in this video, we are looking at OBS.Ninja for Mac OS users. I looked at previously how to use OBS.Ninja and Windows with OBS. And in that case, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Mac OS users, though, have an additional hurdle. And this is due to an issue with Chromium version within OBS. It's essentially a bugged browser. It's a known issue, and they're working to fix it, but they're not quite sure yet when they'll be able to do it. It's just a little bit harder to develop for macOS, and so macOS development lags behind a bit. So hopefully it works soon. In the meantime, I wrote some software to still enable macOS users to use OBS.Ninja. It's just an additional step of hassle, but we'll go through it. It's not hard, and in some ways it's actually better than the version on Windows. It's just a little more work to get it going. So we're going to just jump into our macOS system here. This is a Mac Mini. It has one monitor. I strongly recommend you get a computer that has two monitors if possible for this, but one will work, and we'll demonstrate that here. Normally the idea with OBS is you can say plus browser source, and then you'd add an OBS.Ninja link here and it would pop up the video. But if you do that on macOS currently, you'll just get an error message. It won't actually load the video. Unfortunately, that is just the way it is right now. Okay, well, we're going to also then jump over to my Windows computer though, and this computer has OBS already loaded, OBS.Ninja loaded onto it, OBS.Ninja, and what we're going to do is we're going to pretend to be a remote guest who is screen sharing an application. So in this case, I'm going to share my Spotify. Boom. And we don't really need that. Spotify. And we're seeing Spotify load up, and I can hit play and whatever else. Okay. Now up here we have a link. And the idea is if you paste the link in here, you can view the video, right? And we can give this to another computer and they can see it. A little secret, this stream ID up here, this token, I randomly generate that, but you can change it to whatever you want and give your stream a unique name. I randomly generate it for security purposes. It's kind of like a password. But we can make something up. So I'm going to just, for the purpose of this video, for easy typing, Mac Mini test. Okay, and we're going to go there. We're going to share the screen again. I'll just share the audio. Boom. So now the stream ID is called Mac Mini test. We're going to go back to our Mac OS system, and we're going to see that the video works here as well. Just going to type in HTTP OBS. Okay, type OBS.Ninja. View Mac Mini test. And there we go. The video loaded up. Kind of cool, I think. Okay. So now that it's we see that it's working, I'm going to just copy that link, and I'm going to now go to a different page. I'm going to go to GitHub. There's a link in the description, or there's also probably a link on OBS.Ninja itself. Okay, let's go to OBS.Ninja actually, just so you can see where the link is rather than typing this in. OBS.Ninja. And on the main page here we have this little link. We can just click on that. Okay, and it takes us to what we need, which is the Electron Capture app. This is a open source, well, you know, the code's available. You can compile it, download it that way. There is information on how to use it. But what we're interested in really is just this button here, releases. And you'll see all the different versions, and I update it regularly. But we're going to go for the current stable version. Whatever the current stable version for you is, download that. For Mac users, it's the DMG file. We just click it, and it's going to download. And we're going to open it. It's going to install, or at least unzip. Cool. And now we can either install it by dragging it, or we can just double click it. Open it. I think we can close that now. Okay, so this is the application, and this top bar here is draggable, so we can click it and drag around. Yeah. Now, remember how we came up with that stream idea, Mac Mini Test? I can put it in there, press enter, and the video plays. And the cursor is hidden, mostly at least, as best I can. And the top of the bar is still draggable, so we can drag it around. And if we go to our Windows machine, we move the mouse around, we can see that it's real time. And yeah, we can right click and we can change it, always on top, resize it. We can make it small if we want, and then move it around. Okay, and I'll just move it here for now. And you'll notice that it stays always on top. Let's just close Chrome. Now to get this into OBS on Mac OS, we're going to go plus. We're going to go to display capture. Okay. We are going to click on crop. We're going to say to window. And then we're just going to select OBS.N1. Boom. Every time we make a new window here, so we can say open new window, resize it. We have a second one now we can put here. And the same idea, right? Display capture. Okay. Crop, and we can go to window, and that'll be called OBS.N2 for the second one. Okay. We can move that here. We can take this and we can full screen it. Okay. Do whatever we want. I'm going to hide this second one. I don't want that. Anyways, there we go. So now we have it in OBS and we can record it. What we're missing though is audio, because when you screen grab, you don't get audio. So what we're going to do there is I'm going to go up here and resize this so we can see it a bit. Just move it over. We're going to go back to the home page, and we're going to just paste that back in the stream idea we had before. Mac Mini Test. And what we'll see down here is we have the outputs. Okay, so we have the speaker, which is built in, but we have these other options, Loopback and Blackhole. So we can download Blackhole, it's free. Loopback's paid. Loopback's a little better for managing multiple streams, but Blackhole is pretty good. Gets the job done and it's free. So we're going to use Blackhole for this, and we just select it. If we want to download Blackhole, we can open up Chrome. We'll just move this out of the way, and we'll just type in Blackhole audio for Mac, and we can download it from either GitHub or whatever. We enter our email, and then we can just download it for Catalina. It installs pretty easily, no problems there. And when it installs, you'll see that it shows up as a audio source here. And then in the Electron app, we select it here. We can then hit play. And I'm going to resize the window. If you have a big monitor or you have multiple monitors, you can keep it at 720. It'll give you a little better resolution. But I'll just put that there at 360, and that's good enough for most things still. Anyways, so now it shows up here, and we're going to now add the audio. By clicking that, we're going to say audio input. And we are going to select Blackhole as our audio input. So the idea was we feed audio into the application Blackhole, and it feeds the audio back to us as a microphone source, a loopback cable. So that's pretty awesome. So now we have a microphone source, and we have a video source here. And I'll go to my Windows machine and I'll play some audio. Right? And it's popping up in OBS. So that's kind of neat. We can do whatever we want. Yeah. Neat, huh? We can do this, make that, and now we can do a picture-in-picture with our webcam and have a game feed. Okay? So that's the basic functionality, and that lets us bring in audio and video from OBS.Ninja. If we go here, let me just full screen this. We'll see that we have a bunch of options here. Pro audio mode, this lets us get higher quality audio. We need to add this to both sender and viewer stereo, but this gives us much higher quality, good for DJs or music. If you're a gamer, you can do high video bitrate, 10 megabit per second bitrate versus 2.5 megabit. This gives us 60 frames per second, very smooth video capture. If we're doing game feeds, for example. And if you go to the OBS.Ninja wiki page, you'll see that there's like 50 or more URL parameters that we can add in, for example, to do even more. And then we can just close all this and get out. Okay. But that's the basic functionality. That's allowing us to bring in, we can bring in low latency video into OBS on Mac, and it's free. Electron app is free to download, Blackhole is free to download, and the OBS.Ninja service is free to use. As soon as OBS works properly on macOS, you won't need to do this. You can just drag the links into OBS and it should work just as a browser source element. But until then, this hopefully will be a good solution. If you have questions, I'm on Discord most of the time. You can ask me in person that way, and I'll be happy to help. There's a Reddit subreddit. You can go to that. Lots of articles there, lots of posts you can read or make your own. I'll get to those as soon as I can. And if you have any business or personal requests, you can hit me up by email. So steve@again.email. I'll try to get to you as quick as I can there as well. And yeah, I hope that helps explain the very basics of OBS.Ninja for macOS users. There's lots and lots more you can do with this. And long term, I do recommend generally that you use a Windows PC with a GPU, like an NVIDIA graphics card. If you're using OBS and OBS.Ninja, it's just easier and more capable. But I'll continue to support macOS users, of course. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for hopefully more videos like this with more guides. And yeah, bye.